FOMC day is here. How are we doing today? I hope everybody's having a good morning so far. Wow, FOMC day. Coming in strong. SPY not really doing much right now ahead of the event. That's okay though. Outlaw says FOMC day. Good morning, Outlaw. Alex, Zach, Joe Papa, Sharpie, Healthy Cooking, Daniel, German Student, Zach, I Love YouTube, Brain, Jake, Rick, Joe Papa. JP will be on later, Joe Papa, don't worry. We'll definitely have it. What's up, Pancakes? Steve. Ramirez, Rick says hump day. Oh yeah, forgot about that. I forgot it was hump day because I'm just thinking about it being Powell day. Mr. JP. If you guys didn't know, the event starts at 2 p.m. with the interest rate decision, and then Powell speaks 30 minutes after at 2:30 p.m. Any reason why SoFi is down? Let's go see SoFi. SOFI. Pull back down towards 26.50. Dang. What is up, KO? Maddie, hopefully it's not too cold up by you yet. Heard there's gonna be some crazy cold temps coming. It was like really cold here. It got down to like 13, 15 degrees the other day, but yesterday it shot back up to like 45 or 50. It was strange, but now it's getting cold again. We even had a bad snow. The high is going to be 19 degrees in 2 days. Holy. Or on Sunday. Wow. Minus 20. Whoo. I'd feel bad about that one. That's a big drop with QQQ down to 623. There's a big move there. Team Tom, appreciate that. IRBT's looking good. iRobot again. Wow, it really is. IRBT starting to move. Dang, IRBT. How much is it up today? Definitely a good amount. 20%. Dang. Wow. Big jump there. Right through 411 resistance today. Trying to get back to its recent highs. Stock ran on news that Trump was doing some robotics executive orders in 2026. MasterCard's kind of running at the moment. Ticker symbol MA. Little bit. I don't know, not too much there. Not too much. I do have to say, excuse my voice today. Unfortunately, I think I'm now starting to get a bad head cold or something. Kind of crazy. My gosh. Wind gusts today can reach 41. What the hell's happening? Mason only trades puts. See a SPY moving down quite a bit. Good drop off. Buy all this FOMC rumor stuff, sell the real stuff. Let's see, it just bounced off that lower support. Wow. It looked like it was going to maybe run through there for a second, but getting a lot of weird price action. This is definitely my first big level of resistance, 681.50, 681.40, somewhere right there. First big support, but let's see if that momentum continues. That was looking good for a second there. GEV, GE Verana, or Vernova, sorry. Holy. They really gapped up, 15% plus. Let's see. Wow, they raised their outlook and doubled their dividend. That always helps. It's pretty rare that I don't see stocks run if they say that they're doubling a dividend. Wow, UBS made their price target $8.35 from $7.62. He goes, I always jinx it. Back to the cardboard box. No. Only the last 2 times. Come on, SPY. Let's see it. Every time they seem to get to those weird inflection points of the day, it does that, right? Big V shape on QQQ. Don't forget that we're probably going to have a lot of chop today, guys. Just expect a lot of back and forth price action. Maybe not as much as we've already seen it open, but sheesh. I wouldn't be surprised to see something kind of like yesterday play out. You know, maybe we do have a directional move, but nothing too crazy. Gosh. Sunny and slightly chilly here in North Texas. If this is climate change, I support it. QQQ's recovering, V-shaped. Amazon's up today. Taco Bell. Oh, I love that name. Amazon is up 1.2%. Pretty good. Pretty good. The rest of the Mag 7 isn't really green at all. Tesla's up 0.34%, but it's had bad action at open off of 450. Apple's had okay action, very choppy though, but starting to point back up 0.18%. But Amazon's been pretty straight, 1.4% straight up move. There we go, Amazon. Come on, it's Christmas time. It's Christmas rally week. Obviously, it's not quite Christmas rally, but this is where I'd like to see it get started. If we start to break down on this daily chart on this dip, I think things could start to get pretty rough there. Peloton trying to move up 6.85. Resistance is right around 685 here. Be nice to break through there. So far, we're seeing rejection. This is a momentum play from yesterday. Looking at AI's momentum play, also slight rejection today as the market slows down for FOMC. SoFi tried to break through 2650 support, but bounced. Watch that one for a possible breakdown today. How are those banks? JP Morgan had that bad news, starting to fall off a bit more, bouncing around 300. See if it can truly give out at this bottom end of the range or not. If you're just now joining up, destroy the like and hit that subscribe button. We have a lot going on this week, a lot going on today. I will be going live again today, guys, 1:45 p.m., about 15 minutes before the interest rate decision. You scalped IRBT 3 times today. Whoa. It's starting to really pop. Up 31% now. Sheesh. That is a great move there by IRBT. That's where the momentum is right now. Yeah, crazy again today. Is there any updated news at all hitting? No. SPY came all the way back on that V-shape. Damn. No, I don't live in Texas. Coconut was talking about North Texas. I would like to live in Texas, though. Aside for rattlesnakes, that's the only thing I don't like. Mason said all the call players are welcome. You can get a snake gun. I have plenty of those. They're everywhere in Cali. Rattlesnakes are in Cali too. I guess that makes sense, like the Nevada desert going into Cali and all that. Yeah, that's crazy, Steve. I guess I never realized that. BAC, Bank of America. Very slow. Very choppy. JP Morgan starting to test 300. See if it can break through that low of the day. That would be a nice move. They had some bad news yesterday. Be interesting to see him continue to move lower off that. The Mojave Greens, on the other hand, aren't too chill. What are those? Is that a different snake? G-Dog said, ready for this explosive action. We're like 5 hours away from going live a second time and from the interest rate decision. 5 hours and 15 minutes from the decision itself. I know. That's always how it goes, right? Unfortunately, I live right next to a creek wooded area. We have tons of black widows. Oh. Tons of black widows? I live in the woods by creeks and stuff. I'm very surprised that I haven't seen more Black Widows. Yeah, talk about a snake gun. Man, I need a spider gun if I have Black Widows. Like a Glock with the switch or something for those things, man. That's what I would want. 445.50 coming up here. All right, Tesla's going to be testing the intraday support level. Oh, a revolver that shoots 410s. That would make sense. To spray some wild bird shot there. It popped in his eye. Like the hammer popped backwards and hit his eye. That's somebody that doesn't know how to use a hammer, it sounds like. Steve likes the vacuums. Oh. Oh, the Black Widow sack popped. Oh, I see. That didn't make... I see what you mean. That sounds... Yeah, that makes it sound awful. Back to the stocks. JP Morgan is breaking down. Let me pull up the JP Morgan bad news really quickly. There we go. You watched a snake get sucked into a carpet cleaning van. When he opened the tank, it was just sitting on the shelf inside. Oh. It must have been a wild ride for that snake. Gosh, JP Morgan really breaking down, guys. Go check out Ford and General Motors. Ford starting to move a little bit today. Not a ton yet, but up a little. GM. Wow, straight up. Another 1% move there. Look at GM on the daily, guys. This is a wild chart. That's pretty crazy for General Motors. Yeah, I feel like the spiders do that with my drain. Tape the toilet shut. Gosh. At least it's not like Florida where people say you find like snakes and alligators in the toilet system. Yeah, well, you were talking about snakes, but alligators, right? Oh, he is in Florida. I forgot that. Sorry, Chase. Alligators. Tesla down to 444. Starting to break lower with Tesla. They broke through that small intraday support range. You can see right here, tried to hold up a couple times and ultimately gave back down. Will it break through 444 in the low of the day and start to truly move lower? That's the million-dollar question here. It definitely seemed a lot more bearish than bullish today. Elite says, I work in pest control. My next service call at 10 a.m. claims there's a raccoon in their attic. Send prayers. I'll send them. That's pretty funny. What's the wildest? So if you had to guess, if you had to just pick one, Elite, what is the wildest pest control situation that you've ever dealt with? Let us pray. He said probably bed bugs or rats. Oh. Man, Tesla really trying to bounce off 444 there. Don't forget, we're going to have the Fed watch coming up later today. It's going to be a big one. Let's see what the percentage is looking like this morning. That was from last night. Let me refresh. 89% now again. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a poll. Do a poll. So SPY's pretty close to all-time highs. If we do get a really good move up, we'll be pushing the all-time highs pretty much, right? Maybe not quite all the way back up there, but pretty close. Vote it up. Will the SPY move higher following the FOMC? Will it make highs or will it fall down? What do you think? We can go new all-time highs. We can go up, but just under the all-time high. Or we can go fall down lower and go red, or flat and choppy. Get those votes going. Man, Thaco. Those are going to haunt me tonight. SPY moving up, 681.50, trying to bounce back. SPY seems very choppy into the event. But what do you think will happen throughout the entire event? That's what the vote's really for. I think a lot of people are still going to be looking for new highs, but I know there's a lot of traders that are looking for a drop down as well. Something that I've seen a lot of analysts and traders kind of saying over the past couple days, and now this does not mean that this is going to happen, But there's a lot of traders and just analysts out there that are getting worried that the market will start to pull back whenever rate cuts do happen. And let me explain. There's a lot of traders that are worried that there's a couple things going on. First off, the Federal Reserve's independence is kind of shaky right now. You know, there's a lot of political pressure for them to cut, and they are cutting at a time where a lot of people think that you shouldn't be cutting, right? A lot of people are thinking that right now in the current economy, with the way things are, with inflation above the Fed's 2% goal, that there's no way that they should be cutting. But again, there's jobs data that has been weakening, and the Federal Reserve needs to deal with that by kind of cutting rates, you know, to help the situation there a bit. You know, they just stopped quantitative tightening as well. So it's a bit of a weird dynamic. There's a lot of traders out there that want the market to drop with rate cuts because they feel that the Feds shouldn't be cutting. But at the same time, I know a plethora of traders, way more than probably the ones that think it should drop, that are looking for the market to pop with the rate cuts, right? I think that it would be a good sign, of course. Hopefully Powell comes out and says that they are going down like the cut path, the cut cycle path. But it's a tough decision here with what we're seeing. Mason said, new all-time high is trying to reverse jinx it. Mason, say that you're going to buy some calls right now and we'll all buy puts. We'll jinx it. We'll jinx it real hard on an intraday basis. What's up, Mr. D? Fall down and go lower is winning the vote. Will you stream? Yes, I will be, CR. I'll make that announcement again here. I will be going live at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, about 15 minutes ahead of the interest rate decision. So be ready there. I don't know where we actually said that, Mr. D. I mean, there's some stats that showed that there was like a 50% chance the market goes red 1 week later. On Powell's days, generally the markets went green. So, not necessarily saying that it's going to go down. I'm really hoping for a better move up and an all-time high push. But my hopes don't mean that the market's going to do that. But I don't know how you got that from our video. IRBT trapped you. Oh, man. It trapped you. It was really ripping it off there. No problem, Mr. D. I just don't want people having the wrong idea. I'm a bit curious, actually, because I don't want to... we didn't want to come across like that necessarily. Maybe help us in the future. Bob says a lot of data I'm seeing says we'll be choppy till the 20th. That's definitely something that can happen. I mean, here, I'll go back to some of the charts. Here's one of the main charts that we've been looking at. You can see here, Santa rally definitely comes later in December. Where we are right now, it generally is choppy. It really is. This is just some of the data, of course. Here's the data that I was talking about where the market goes green only 50% of the time whenever the Fed's cut within 2% of an all-time high. So kind of like flip a coin, 50-50 there. Send help. If only, Squidward, if only. I mean, never mind. Duh, yeah, I am. CMI, HUN. I was looking at a list that Jackbo posted up in the Discord about space stocks. Find it interesting. I didn't know there was a ticker symbol called FLY. FLY. Firefly Aerospace. Interesting. Look at this stock. Isn't that a drone company? I'm not 100% sure there on Firefly. I just looked it up. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I might have, but, you know, I look at tons of stocks, but it's not one that I've mentally noted. Let's see. Getting on their website. No, it looks like they are more of like legit spacecraft individuals. Lunar landers. Oh. 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 Whoa. This is pretty interesting here. All right. Very interesting. It's a terrible sight. Dude wearing a beard mask. I know, that was weird. That looks scary, don't it? Very interesting. A lot of stuff, though, that looks like this company does. I kind of like it. Book a ride. Dude, do you guys want to go to the moon? Let's go book a ride. What is this? What the... Whether you need to launch, land, or orbit, we've got you covered. Give us info and we'll get you a quote. What? Where do you need your payload delivered? Lunar site, planetary body. We're gonna say Pluto. Let's see how much I have it costing. What is this? Dedicated delivery. I want to do... We're going to say dedicated delivery. Yep. What's the mass? We're going to say... less than 50 kilograms. It can be ready right now. I'm going to ship my MacBook to Pluto so the aliens can find it. What else should we know about your payload? Oh, I don't want to put my info in. That's not cool. No. That's interesting, though. Like, you can literally get a quote to, like, launch shit in space, it looks like. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, yeah, it's like, put me out there. That's some elite billionaire stuff. Yeah, seriously. You know, imagine, like, Warren Buffett, like, how old he is. What if he's, like, just went on one last final shebang and he just, like, shot himself in space just to see what would happen? I'm surprised people don't try stuff like that. Obviously not. I only said him because he'd had the money, but... Small LLM launched into space. I'm launching all my bullies out there. Tell them it's like a super special space flight thing. Except they'll never come back. Bank of America sitting there right around break even on the day. JP Morgan was breaking down under 300 earlier. Unfortunately came roaring right back. Not the best action to see. Unfortunately. Pretty rough overall, actually. How's GEV? Starting to slow up a little bit. Four days with my new keyboard. It's so satisfying typing. I've just been playing typing games. Like Typing Racer? Really? That's pretty funny. I actually had a problem, Mason, where my Razer keyboard was too loud. Did you get one of the loud ones? Is yours like one of the... It's like really clicky, right? I had it where it started going through the microphone and stuff too easily. What's up, Tangy Man? Brain has a loud one. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I must have mentioned that last week whenever we talked about him. Yeah. Even during, like, the videos, you know, it's hard to, like, if I had to switch tickers, like, let's say I go to NVIDIA for some reason, you know, it would be, like, overly loud. But I love the sound of it, though. Like, oh my gosh, it's like the best sounding thing in the world. One of them. 183.40 NVIDIA coming up. Big support. It's turning over harder. We'll probably get down there. It's not looking good right now. What's your opinion on XBI? The biotech ETF? I like it to the downside. I think it's looking pretty solid. Yeah, I would keep watching for more downwards action. It's getting very overextended. I like the big money trade on it. You just have to give it a little time. I would say at least to January. Unless it just rips past the all-time high and then you have to cut, but... Alright, guys, quick intermission here, really fast. I'm going to throw up the Mag 7 chart. You'll grab another Gatorade. I'll be right back. Vote up in the poll while I'm gone. 43 votes. Let's get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
All right.
Get that going. Get those likes in, and I'll be right back. All right. We are back. Carp in a hazmat suit is my new nightmare fuel. What? Where'd you see that at? A lot of interesting action here today. A lot of very interesting price action. 44 votes in the poll. Got the Mag 7 here. Starting to point back up in a lot of cases. You know, Tesla's trying to find some support at 444. It's trying to hold. Meta's been holding above 650 recently. Nvidia and Apple look rough. Google's been moving up. Microsoft flat and choppy. Amazon up. Pretty mixed day, but I guess that's kind of expected for a day like this. It definitely doesn't surprise me too badly. Not too badly at all. What do you think about Bitcoin, CRS? Bitcoin did pretty good yesterday. Fell back down today. I'm a bit worried that what's going on with Bitcoin right now is that we're seeing a bit of a dead cat bounce. It looks like Bitcoin's trying to pop back. Maybe it'll pop a little more, but I'm kind of looking for it to turn back over again. It's kind of rough to see that it broke through its trend line recently. It's also going to have to re-break through 100K, which is going to be tough for it. If Jerome Powell starts really causing a lot of bullish price action today following the FOMC event, then we might end up seeing Bitcoin really rip back up, but we're going to need to see a lot of positivity there. There better not be any negatives. I'm going all over Pew Pew's house today. That's funny. We're going all over the place. They're trapping all the Bitcoin bulls because everyone thought coins would rally by the end of the year like always. The Bitcoin and shitcoin bulls. Tesla pretty boring here as it's bouncing off 444. I can't talk.
Today, Junior?
Sold your XRP earlier this year. Holy crap. I'm doing this Discord checkpoint thing. Have you guys done that? Holy crap. This is interesting. Wow, this is pretty cool. It gave me a capybara? I don't even want that. Dang, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, okay. Sorry, guys. I had to do that really quick. I didn't want to show you because it had some private stuff in there, too. But there was one cool part. Demir, I haven't traded for like 2 days now because of the chop. You and Chase had 2,300? Holy crap. That's a lot. Oh, until mid-year? That's more messages than me and Mike had. We had 2,100. Mason, that was very close on the messages sent over on the overall year. Wow. ASPC keeps halting. Let's see. A SPAC 3 acquisition. ROK just broke above 400. Man, ASPC. I wonder what they're SPACing for. BBGI. Oh, 180%. Sheesh, that's crazy. Tom's spirit animal sucks. This is going to be pretty big, though, today, guys. We have a lot going on in the stock market. Like a lot. You're out of here, Demure? Sounds good. See ya. Joe Papa said, smash that like. 100% Johnny, I am going live again at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. This is going to be a big deal. I will be going live 1:45 p.m. I will have the FOMC interest rate decision right there. And then we will see Powell speak 30 minutes later as well. It'll be a fun one. You guys hear my pen? Maybe not. Weird. That's a lot of messages, though, between you guys. Sheesh. What's up, Alexander? Good morning, good morning. Right now, the markets are pricing an 89% chance of a cut at the next meeting. If you have not voted yet, get your votes in. Let's see if we can push this poll up to like 75 votes or something. We need like 20 more votes. That is some big movement. JPM coming back up 1.2%. Unfortunately, not under 300. Still watch it later for a breakdown under 300, though. SPY bouncing at 684. Chase posted this up in the Discord. JP is Santa. He kind of looks like the Santa from that movie Bad Santa Claus, where Santa would like get drunk all the time or something. Ho, ho, ho. Now close the effing door. Yeah, very choppy start to FOMC day. I guess it's not that unexpected, though, really. I mean, I guess, you know, we're not seeing just like a big directional move. I guess markets are a little hesitant on the move here. Man, we really need to see at least some good directional action here with the Federal Reserve decision. Where's his Coke? Which kind? Go check CCL here. Bouncing around 25.50, not too good. AAL, nothing too crazy with the airlines, it looks like today. DAL's trying to pop a little bit, I guess. It broke out past recent highs, which is pretty decent overall, pretty decent. What's going on with Netflix, Seven says. They had some really bad news the past few days where they were trying to buy Warner Bros. And Paramount has come out and is trying to do a hostile takeover of Warner Bros. WBD. A hostile bid is what they're saying. Now, it's a weird situation with what's going on here. The president also came out and doesn't like that Netflix is taking over WBD, kind of saying, like, you know, regulators always have problems with these things, right? Like, whenever Microsoft wanted to buy Activision, you know, that was a big deal. And then now Netflix has this one going on. Who else has had one recently? It's another big deal that had to have a lot of scrutiny to it, or hard to say. There's so many that go on, but it's one of those situations where people were kind of expecting that deal, and then as the news started coming out of that deal starting to unravel, that's where we saw Netflix really start dropping, and that's why it's ultimately still dropping here in the short term. US Steel, that was one, yeah. That was one, you're right. That was a good example. Where they got bought out by Nippon Steel, I believe. I think the US government owns a stake too. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, that was one. Would have been a nice arbitrage, buying up that dip for the deal to finally go through. There was a lot of downside price action on X whenever the deal seemed like it wasn't going to happen either, but it ended up coming through. ATVI, I wish it would chart it, please. Yes. Activision's another one. I believe it was like right here where they gapped up on the news of that possible acquisition by Microsoft, and then I think news of the deal got destroyed in the following months. It was either right here or it was right here. Either way, it's one of them. And that would have been the main thing to watch for there is, will we get that big pullback, right? with Netflix, we are starting to see it pull back really hard here on the daily. I do think that a lot of traders are going to be looking to buy up Netflix for the longer term. If we follow its trend, and let me get this music back in 1 second. If we follow the trend here from the bottom to the top, it's kind of hard to see on here. It's so zoomed out. Hang on one moment. I'm just going to start here. If I can. Not really. It's kind of trending up here. You know, you can see generally it's been like uptrending over the past few years. It's not lining up perfectly, but you can tell that the uptrend has kind of been there. It's kind of getting very close to that trend area again. Like I said, this trend doesn't line up perfectly, but it is one of those things to watch for as it starts to turn over. I do think there's going to be a lot of buy the dip opportunity with Netflix over the next year or so. They just split as well, so they're getting cheaper to buy. I mean, if they start to really fall back down, like I think if they start pushing this big support around like 82.20, I think we're going to see a lot of people try to buy in. Start to see lots of dip buying activity. Go check on JPM one more time. Okay, yeah, still holding up here on 300. Pretty good, pretty good. Spy's going to rock it up. Spy's going to rock it up, Mason says. He's buying calls. He's kidding, of course. He wants it to fall. Trying to do the reverse psychology on it. It's starting to work. I think Netflix and WBD are number 1 and number 3 in streaming. Hence why they're concerned about it affecting competition. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's a fair thing to look at. I do. I know YouTube is like one of the biggest streaming platforms as well. They get overlooked a lot, but I guess it's not quite the same. All right, guys. I got to run today. I got some stuff to take care of in the background before the FOMC day. I hope that everybody has a fantastic rest of their day. I hope to see you all here back at 1:45 p.m. for the FOMC interest rate decision and video. I will be going live for it, so make sure to check back in today, 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We will have the interest rate decision. We will have the Powell speech. We'll run up some more polls. The current poll got to 66 votes. 33% of you guys are looking for new all-time highs to be made following the FOMC event. That's a pretty big statement there. That says a lot. 27% though did vote for it to fall. All right, see you guys. How dare you, Rick? I'm kidding.